Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, and I want to come at you guys with a different video today. I want to discuss the two-player starter set and why it's a flop. My last video discussing this, I got a lot of awesome comments, either agreeing, disagreeing, telling me, hey, this is why I think this is why I think that. And it was really, really great here. And in my last video, I really only reacted to the card list. And while that video was supposed to show the card list, because of the discourse, I want to talk about why this set was so bad and why, with its marketing, its niches, etc., etc. So before I get into that, just make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Check out my sponsors, TCG Player and Tapio Cards, in the description below. Use code Saki on Tapio Cards. You get 5% off, and they have awesome Yu-Gi-Oh merchandise. Also, thank you to my YouTube channel members. If you like my content enough where you think that I am worth money, hey, consider being a YouTube channel member. We got a lot of cool perks, including YouTube channel member videos, which, hey, my channel members really like that, so you don't want to miss out on that. And join my Discord in the description below to discuss more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. And we're just going to get right into this here. So the first thing I want to show is that I want to talk about the marketing. Now, the marketing on this, if you guys see the package right over here, we see some cards that were meta relevant. We got Starfrost here. We've got Zeus, and we've got Primal Heart, right? Those are cards that are relevant to current players. Players who want to get into the game, not only are they not going to recognize it, but people who are trying to get back in the game are not going to recognize these cards. And what we knew first was we knew Zeus and we knew Starfrost, right? And I believe we actually knew Starfrost before the Mega Tin showed us the Starfrost reprint, which I was like, okay, this set is giving us, you know, relevant reprints with the Zeus and the Starfrost, right? Again, Starfrost's only printing was Dimension Force, I believe, at the time. So, okay, that's cool. And I didn't think that when we got it, it would be marketed completely different here. You know, you have all these vanillas and all these cards that haven't, almost all of them haven't seen play in years. And it just feels kind of random. Like, you have Golden Lord over here. And all that, and it only has XYZs versus synchros. It doesn't have fusions, doesn't have links, it doesn't have anything else like that. I mean, I get why they'd probably opt out of Pendulum, because I'm gonna be honest here, I don't think players who have been playing for years still know how Pendulum works. But overall, the marketing was just really, really bad for this. People who expected decent reprints or anything like that, I mean, they did not get an additional card besides what was marketed, which was the Zeus and, like, the Starfrost, and I guess the Coral Dragon was actually really good, but Konami did that accidentally, I believe. That's one of the issues. The marketing on this set was just horrendous. And when it comes to teaching new players, and this is the second point I really want to get into, a lot of people were like, well, this wasn't made for competitive players. It was a starter set, right? Or, oh, you know, this is how, you know, to introduce people to the game. And to that, I say, well, if its purpose was to introduce people to the game, right? Or help someone else teach someone the game. Well, is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. But since it is only trying to do one of these niches of getting players into the game, right? It doesn't appeal to competitive, casual, or anything. Well, how does it fare in that niche, right? Does it at least do that excellently? No. No, it doesn't. The way I look at it is I compare it to the first one. Let's get the obvious out of the way, which is Master Duel, right? A lot of players, especially because Master Duel had the COVID help as well, where it was like, oh, came out during COVID, people are inside. Oh, everyone's getting into card games because there was a huge card game boom during that. People wanting to collect and get back into the game, all that. Master Duel had that, and a lot of players had so many tutorials. Oh, you want to know this? Here's a tutorial on this, right? And it was all free. You can access it on your computer or phone, and it actually taught you the basics of the game. I think the way Master Duel does it is pretty good. I mean, it's the best that you can probably expect out of something that doesn't involve a human interaction to teach you. So it was really great. It also showed, since there was a lot of players, and if people wanted to jump into duels or ranked, all that, there were a lot of players closer to their skill level where it was like, well, we're getting all these players that are like, well, they are playing with basic cards, all that. And Master Duel actually got a lot of players interested in the game. It's just we didn't retain them. And the issues on why we retained them, well, I don't want to digress too much, haven't really been solved. Much at all. Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember Konami was like, okay, well, we have a lot of players from Master Duel going to the TCG, and then going like, well, no, this game, it's not like Master Duel. I'm gonna go back to Master Duel, or oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't what I expected, etc., right? Uh, if you make this product, it's like we're going through that same loop, but nothing's changed. You just have a worse way to do it, and you're out $20. The second thing I want to say is it's not just Master Duel, right? Let's say you don't want to include that. You're like, well, people want to see something physical in the store and be like, wait, Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember that, right? Let's go with that approach. Completely neglect Master Duel. Well, what's better? This two-player starter set that doesn't really teach you the game or any type of strategy or whatever, or buying literally any structure deck that has come out in the last like 3-4 years. Like, imagine getting the Fire King structure deck or the Trap Trick structure deck, right? And the Trap Trick structure deck actually teaches players quite a bit because you have to know chain links, right? And I think that's a really important thing to learn because you have links, you have the XYZs, you have, oh, this isn't what an archetype is, cool, right? You have that, and P players can actually teach other players that with structure decks, including myself. Now, the way I taught players, because I've taught quite a few players Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've try to help people either get into the game or get back into the game, right? With some success, some not. And it was just older friends who were interested, or just something to bring on to like a convention, right? And the way I first did that was with sealed structure decks and sealed play. I think that's one of the best ways to do it. Now, one of the ones I used was the Egyptian God Slime sealed, and that sealed is super fun. For it's probably the most casual Yu-Gi-Oh could get is the Egyptian God structure decks sealed. I literally, and you guys are probably gonna look at me weirdly, and I fully understand. Even though I go to locals every week and I like to play casual, sometimes I play meta, all that. Playing sealed, especially Egyptian God sealed, was like some of the most fun I've had with this game, and I truly don't understand why. I think it was because it was so back and forth. Like, we had like 25-minute duels. It was crazy. And since players also knew each other's decks, they were like, oh, this does that, okay, cool, right? And I started doing that with other players, and some of my, well, I'm not gonna say players, right? I'm gonna say friends, right? Or people who want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're like, well, I don't know how to play. I used those because I took both of them home, and they were open, all that, and that helped people get interested in the game and at least even try and get Master Duel a try. What does this set, again, now we're naming multiple things, and this set is not only more money, but it doesn't do the job as well as sealed structure decks. Now, two-player starter sets maybe have not always been that great, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing with a different result. And I guess Konami's almost filling that role, because I think two-player starter sets were $10 or something like that. I guess this one's 20, right? Cool. And again, that's the problem with this two-player starter set. It only is supposed to appeal to a small niche, and that small, I mean, it doesn't even do that well. Konami, I mean, and again, the fact that is that they're probably going to give up because this isn't going to sell that well. If it does, I would be completely shocked, but I truly saw another Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1 here. And that's one of the issues. There's easier ways to teach people the game, and I only named two. There's probably more. Even just getting your friend and maybe trying to teach them like another simpler deck. I've seen that at local, like someone's looking, oh, I don't know how to play, blah, blah, blah. And someone will have like like baby's first combo Sword Soul. And I've seen this. And they try to, teach them that way, right? There's so many better ways to do what this set is doing. And this set doesn't do anything else besides that. It truly is going to be, besides, I would say, the Zeus and possibly Coral Dragon. Possibly. Everything else is bulk here. Everything is, even Starfrost is bulk, because we have like Mega Pack Seekers are worth what, 70 cents here. So that's like the big thing. And that's like the issues. Now I want you guys to tell me in the comment section below what you guys think of this. I think there was just so many better ways to do it. I guess Konami just doesn't want to try anymore, because this is a really disappointing product. I also had a headache during this recording, so hopefully I didn't sound too off here. Didn't get too much sleep either. Shout out to Dual Daddy, by the way. Awesome guy on Twitter. Gives us great Yu-Gi-Oh! News. all that. I will have a market watch tomorrow about, the first day of Maze and Millennia, because I kind of want to let Friday pass by and see the price Saturday, because prices are already going up really, really down. I do feel like that 1 day difference is going to be key, because I want to look at something more realistic. With that being said, leave a like, subscribe. Thank you all my YouTube channel members. Check out my sponsors in the Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.